Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. My name is Samuel Reese, coming to you live tonight on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. And it's a good one. In the East Division of the NHL, the Washington Capitals face the Boston Bruins on this Sunday night. Let's get right to the starting goaltenders. For Washington, it's Vitek Vanacek, 28 games, 27 starts this season. For Boston, it's Dan Vladar, back between the pipes. 4 games played this season with a 2-1-1 record. The Boston Bruins are undefeated against the Capitals, a 3-0-2 record against Washington this season. They're the only East team with a point in each meeting. And the Bruins, of course, led by head coach Bruce Cassidy. The Capitals led by Peter Laviolette, who's from Franklin, Massachusetts, exactly where I am from. Peter Laviolette, from my hometown, believe it or not. Here in Massachusetts, and right off the opening faceoff, we've got a fight. It's Dylan against Kampfer. Kampfer looking for the left jab. Now it's the undercut from Dylan with the right hand. 6'4" Dylan versus 6' Wagner, and Dylan has Kampfer under his arm, and the referees will split up the fight. And how about that for a start to tonight's game? 4 seconds in, right off the opening faceoff. And Kampfer and Dylan dropping the gloves and will each serve their major penalty. Yep, they had this planned right away. They said, let's do it. Let's get it out of the way right now. It was Chris Wagner. It was Chris Wagner, not Stephen Kampfer. My apologies. It was Wagner. And I'll tell you what, this was a solid fight. Dylan definitely got the better of Chris Wagner as they both head to the penalty box. And how about that for a start? Just underway and already a fight. The face-off will take place in front of the Washington bench, and now we're truly underway after that fight. And off we go. Here's Evgeny Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov to Ovechkin. The referees, by the way, are Wes McCauley and Reed Anderson. Tonight's linesmen are Matt McPherson and Libor Suchanek. And I will get to the lines in a moment. First, for the Capitals, Zdeno Chara, of course, making his return to Boston, as we actually have a penalty called, and it will be against the Capitals. So heading to the box for the Washington Capitals will be Evgeny Kuznetsov. So an early power play opportunity for the Bruins. I didn't have enough time to show the replay, but it was a slashing penalty. It's Richie Bergeron, Marchand, Pastrnak, and Aiken out there. Then it's the Bruins to the power play. They're 24% on the season, ranking 7th in the league. Washington's penalty kill, 83%, which ranks 8th in the NHL. The Capitals clear it down ice. Vladar will tap it ahead, and now this will be taken up by Aiken. That's turned over. Once again, the Capitals clear the Bruins, unable to generate any offensive zone time so far. Half a minute into the power play. Vladar back in goal after Swayman had 3 consecutive starts. Jeremy Swayman, the rookie out of the University of Maine, and he was pretty solid. But the Bruins did fall to Philadelphia yesterday afternoon. 4th in the East, currently 8 points back of the division leaders, Washington. This is played down low into the far corner. Pastrnak to the left point, now finds Bergeron. Bergeron back to Pastrnak at the line. He'll feed it over to Brad Marchand. Marchand down low. Marchand gets it back from Richie. Now the puck lands to Bergeron, and his one-time blast went wide of the goal. Cross-ice pass. Marchand's one-timer sent away by the right pad of Vanacek. Now it's in the far corner, and Pastrnak lost the handle, but the Capitals can't clear. Here's a shot through a screen, but it went wide of the goal. Washington send it down ice. 25 seconds left on this Bruins power play. Some decent opportunities for Boston, but no goals yet. David Krejci will take it ahead. Coyle gaining the line. Now the puck bounces to the end boards. Krejci helps out. Finding Coyle with Smith. Now it's back with Smith. High slot with Steve Kampfer, Now it's David Krejci. Back to Kampfer. One-time blast saved by Vanecek. And the power play is over. So Washington with a successful penalty kill early on in this game. Out of the box comes Kuznetsov, and we're back to even strength. All right, now let's get to the line, shall we? Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, and Wilson on the first line for Washington. Then it's Sheary, Backstrom, and Sprong on the second line. Vrana, Eller, and Oshie on the third. And then on the fourth line, it's Hagelin, Dowd, and Hathaway. A big collision on the far side, meanwhile. Orlov, Karlsson, the first line on defense for Washington. Dillon and Schultz on the second line. On the third line, it's Chara and Jensen. That's how Washington looked tonight. Here's Kuhlman down the right wing. Leaves it for Corrali, but offsides is called against the Boston Bruins. Yeah, well, on that power play, the best chance came for Marchand, and a solid save by Vanecek. He was able to make a stop with the right pad. 16:44 to go in the opening period of play. The Bruins 5-0-2 against the Capitals this season, looking to keep that undefeated record. I'll get to the Bruins lines in a moment, as this is brought into the offensive zone and shot from the left wing, but effort went wide. All right, Marchand, Bergeron, and Pastrnak are on the first line as usual. It's Ritchie, Krejci, and Kuhlman on the second line. DeBrusk, Coyle, and Smith making up line 3. And then on the fourth line, it's Bleed, Corrali, and Wagner. Meanwhile, on defense for the Bruins, Lauzon and Clifton are on line 1. Zaboral and Kampfer on line 2. And then on the third line, it's Tenorti and Aiken. So that's how the Bruins lines look tonight. We're 4 minutes in. The puck back with Dmitry Orlov. Orlov, the stretch pass, gets by Kuznetsov. Now chased down and into Ovechkin. His centering pass steered aside by Vladar. Now it's moved through center. Gaining the line is Pastrnak. Indirect pass. Marchand collects along the end boards. Pushed up against the wall by Chara. And there's the steal by Evgeny Kuznetsov. Ovechkin. The whip around pass, and it's picked off by Marchand. Marchand all the way through the slot. Shot goes wide, bouncing puck, and it'll be picked up by Kuznetsov. Open game early on at TD Garden. Here's Zdeno Chara. Chara looking for options. That pass will go all the way down, but no icing on the play, as Oshie will swing it to the far side. And down went Connor Sheary. A nice poke check by Krejci. Krejci shields the puck in the offensive zone. His pass deflected, and it's stolen away by the Caps. Brought forward. Here's Sheary to Backstrom. Left pad save. Vladar makes the best stop yet. And it's Zaboral who will dump it in all the way around to the left wing. Corrali, tight angle, blocked off by Vanecek. This puck with Orlov now. Orlov into the zone. He'll fling it around. Now it's Lars Eller in the right wing corner. It's Jared Tenorti who wins possession for Boston. And now it's sent ahead to DeBrusk. We have a stoppage in play, though, and our second penalty of the game is on the way, and it looks like the Capitals, for the first time, will go to the power play. 14:11 to play in the first period. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. And it's going to be on Corrali. Vladar, though, about a minute ago, making a fine stop. Yep, Corrali called for interference. So Washington with an opportunity on the power play to take the lead. Washington's power play 24%, 8th in the league. Boston's penalty kill at 88% ranks first in the NHL. Washington win the ozone draw, a one-timer fired wide by TJ Oshie. Now it's Ovechkin on the near side. Ovechkin feeds it down low behind the goal. Now up to the high slot. It's held up by John Carlson. Down to the goal line once more. Play to the back door. Ovechkin shot saved by Vladar. And that puck will deflect out of play. Ovechkin was waiting for that puck. It eventually got to him as Kuznetsov sent it across the crease and from a tight angle. Actually, Vladar didn't get a touch to it. Ovechkin just missed the target as that went over the bar. In the last 4 games, Ovechkin has tallied 3 goals and 2 assists. He's not washed up, that's for sure. Only 30 seconds into the Washington power play. The Bruins do clear off the draw, so they'll be brought ahead by Carlson. Here's Kuznetsov in the clear, down the left wing, feeds it across. Oshie couldn't get there. And now Boston will send it all the way down behind the Washington goal. They'll be able to make a change. That was quite the chance. This puck picked up by Coyle, but won back by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov in the far corner. Holding now. Back to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov in the corner. At the right circle, fires one in. Right pad save from Vladar. It's still in the offensive zone. Back to Carlson and his one-time drive. Missed the net. Now it's back up to the high slot. Carlson keeps it alive. Finds Ovechkin. Cross ice for Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov into the circle, holds. Cross for Ovechkin. Short side save. Vladar said no. Now a battle for the puck along the end boards. It stays with the Capitals. Here is Backstrom. Nice pass. And Oshie manages to score and put the Capitals on the board. An absolute snipe from TJ Oshie. And Washington strike first on the power play. 12:27 to go in the first period. And it's a power play goal for Washington. So many opportunities for the Capitals on this power play. A lot of offensive zone possession. And Backstrom finding Oshie, an absolute snipe short side. A quick release and a goal for the Capitals as they strike first at TD Garden. What's going on, 2AH over on Periscope? Well, good morning to you. I assume you're on the other side of the globe. I'm from the United States, so it's nighttime here. But I'm assuming it's, since you said good morning, that it's morning where you are. Another chance here and another goal for the Capitals. It's Lars Eller who doubles the lead. It's 2 goals in quick succession, and it's a nightmare start for the Boston Bruins. Wow, 13 seconds between goals. First, it was Oshie, and now Eller, and it's 2-0 Washington on top. What a move. Eller getting around the defender, which was Carson, which is Anton Bleed, rather. And then after that, it's another short side goal. Eller able to put it away. 16 seconds. 2 goals in 16 seconds for the Capitals. And let's see how the Boston Bruins respond. Not the first period they were hoping for by any means. Zaboral ahead for Krejci. Now it falls for Marchand, and his one-timer went just wide. A good look. The Bruins will next face the Sabres on Tuesday at 7 Eastern time. Here's Carson Kluman holding. Now sending it down low. Ritchie taps it over to Krejci. Krejci has his centering pass blocked off by Dillon. Now it's controlled by the skates of Vrana at center ice. Vrana down the left wing. His shot saved. Now it's Eller looking for possession. The Bruins come away with it and will send it ahead into the Capital zone. This is winded in. One back by the Caps. Shot from the left point, fired wide by Carl Hagelin. And now another effort from the right wing, deflects up and out of play. 11:03 to go in the opening period. It's not the start that the Bruins wanted. What's going on, coast to coast NHL hockey news? Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated, man. Hope you are doing well. And not the start I wanted to see from my Bruins. And there's still plenty of time to turn it around, though. That's the good thing. But I appreciate you tuning in, coast to coast NHL hockey news. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. And now that there are fans in attendance at TD Garden for this first TV timeout, right now, actually on the TD Garden Jumbotron, the Bruins are paying tribute to the great Zdeno Chara, and Chara is soaking it all in right now. Just an absolute legend. He was always, one of my favorite players for the Bruins. Just a true leader, a great guy. So many great memories with Chara in Boston, and it was certainly sad to see him go, but great to see that he gets a well-deserved tribute. They played one for him when Washington were in Boston earlier in the season, but that was when there were no fans allowed at TD Garden. Now that there are fans, he gets the true ovation he deserves, even if it's at a very limited capacity. So you love to see that. Zdeno Chara will always be a Boston Bruins legend and an iconic figure, to say the least. And he'll certainly always be a legend in this city for everything he did as a Boston Bruin. Unbelievable career, that's for sure. And so as we return from that, we will have a face-off to the left of Daniel Vladar. It's Backstrom in the draw against Bergeron. The Bruins trailing by 2. It was a couple of goals in the span of 16 seconds from Washington. And the face-off won by the Caps. Shot from the point off of the leg of Backstrom. And now here come the Bruins. Sent ahead, the self-pass by Pasternak, but too much pace as it goes down for an icing. So the draw will be coming back in the Boston zone. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in. This will be to the left of Vladar. It's won by Bergeron this time. Kampfer sends it down ice. And not quite an icing. Not enough pace as it will be brought the other way by Washington. Entering the zone and having his shot blocked was Connor Sheary. It's one back by the Bruins. What's going on, Gavin? Welcome in over on Twitch, man. Yeah, I know. I'm with you, man. I want to see Swayman be our permanent starter now, to be honest with you. Yeah, Dan Vladar, he's just okay. Here's a nice pass and another goal for the Capitals. Connor Sheary roofing it. And with 10:18 to go in the period, it's Washington 3, Boston 0, and the first period only gets worse for the Bruins. Wow. Yep, Washington had the advantage in numbers. The Bruins, obviously with an inexperienced defense, and the Capitals made them pay. A nice one-time finish as Sheary roofed it. And halfway through the first period, it's a 3-0 lead for the Caps. Here's a chance for Boston. Vanacek out of position. I know, Gavin, this is a nightmare start. Right as you said that about Vladar, he conceded another one. I mean, it's not all his fault, but certainly, allowing 3 goals in the first 10 minutes is is not ideal whatsoever. Ovechkin will sling it around. Here's Charlie Coyle. Can the Bruins respond in a positive manner? The first Washington goal tonight was scored in the power play by Oshie, his 13th goal of the season. It was Backstrom and Kuznetsov with the assist. The second goal, scored 16 seconds after the first, was by Eller, his 6th. Hagelin and Hathaway had the assists. Here's Chinordi, who nudges, I believe, Hagelin, and Ritchie will send it around. Washington win it back. Lars Eller for TJ Oshie. Oshie sends it around to the far corner. Tenorti's there first for the Bruins. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, Swayman has looked impressive these last 3 games. Yeah, I'm not sure why Bruce Cassidy decided to switch back to Swayman. I guess because it's a back-to-back, but, so what? Here's a chance for Sherry again. Going glove side. Shot just went wide. Now it's in the far corner. Held up by Connor Sheary. John Carlson hacking at the puck. It's taken away by the Boston Bruins. Here's Chris Wagner. Spoons it down the boards for Corrali. One back, though, by John Carlson. Diagonal pass. Picked up by Steve Kampfer. Now it's right into the path of Wagner. Great move. Wagner the shot. And Vanacek covers up. A good chance down the left wing. Now a bit of pushing and shoving after the fact. Yeah, Vladar is looking like he did in that playoff game against the Lightning last year. You are correct. Washington 3, Boston 0 the score. A rough start for the Bruins. I'll be back after this quick break for more action in period 1 from TD Garden. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. The Bruins down by 3. A horrid start against the Capitals on this Sunday night at TD Garden. And we'll see if Boston can battle back here. It's still very early on, of course. But the Bruins trailing by 3-0, allowing 2 goals in the span of 16 seconds, a little over 10 minutes into this game at TD Garden. The first time Stars return to TD Garden with fans as Washington win the draw. And we have a stoppage in play. It appears as though we had a hand pass just under 8 minutes to go in period 1. Capitals up by 3. Vladar making his first start in the last 4 games. Swayman started the last 3, and it looks like that decision to revert back to Vladar is backfiring for Bruce Cassidy. Bruce Cassidy actually coaching in his 300th game as Bruins head coach. 182 wins in his time as Boston head coach. Here's Jared Tenorti. Shots on goal, 6-4 Washington. Washington have been very proficient so far. As this will be wheeled down by Marchand. The NHL trade deadline is tomorrow. Here is Ritchie pinned in the corner. And the pass by Krejci intercepted. Dmitry Orlov takes it through the neutral zone. Gains the line out to the right wing. Ovechkin has his pass sent across the ice to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov had his pass go all the way back to Vanacek off the mark. And it was intended for John Carlson. The last Washington goal scored by Connor Sheary is 9th of the season. Orlov and Sprong, the assists on that third Washington goal. Here is Craig Smith. Coyle, now over to the left wing. Jake DeBrusk to the end line. Shot went off the side netting. Now it's Coyle up high. That blast blocked in front. Now picked back up. All the way down low is Akin. Now it's pass to the left point. No one there, though, for Boston as they will reset. Couple of changes made. Smith will let this puck go down behind the Washington goal. Vanacek taps it to the oncoming Nick Jensen. And we have a stoppage in play. A penalty is actually being assessed. And the Bruins will have their second power play of the night coming up because Daniel Sprong is heading to the box. I didn't see where the penalty occurred, but the Bruins will have their second power play of the night. I think it was, it was something over on near the Boston bench. I think, Sprong was called for slashing. Couldn't get the best view of it, but 0-for-1 are Boston on the power play. One shot on their first man advantage of the night. See what they can do here second time around. On the right wing, Pastrnak gains the line. Into the middle. He'll take the loose puck off his skate. That pass skips over the stick of Tenorti. And now it's all the way back with Pastrnak. The Bruins re-enter the zone. This is Bergeron. Bergeron now up top to the right wing with Akin. Akin in the high slot. Now it's a one-timer sent wide. 45 seconds into the power play. This is Patrice Bergeron down low. Feeds it behind the goal. Now Ritchie. Marchand gets the return pass. Takes it to the edge of the right circle. And that pass picked off by Zdeno Chara. Chara will dump it in. And the Washington Capitals so far so good on their penalty kill. 50 seconds to go on the power play. As Wagner reverses it for Krejci. Wagner was involved in that fight that happened just 4 seconds into the game. And once again, the Capitals managed to clear. Vladar will send it ahead for Steve Kampfer. 30 seconds left on the power play. Krejci ahead for Smith. Smith sends it in to the end boards. And Carlson there first. And this puck takes an awkward ricochet. Wilson applying the pressure, but Kampfer able to come away with it. Final 15 seconds of the power play. Kampfer with 10 to go now. He finds DeBrusk. DeBrusk weaving his way through. Taken down by Orlov. And now here's a 2-on-1. Opening up for Washington. Eller feeds the cross just out of the reach of the oncoming Garnet Hathaway. As Kampfer will reverse. Now it's held up behind the Boston goal. 4 minutes to play in the period. And the Bruins down by 3. Here is Lauzon into Corrali. Space down the left wing. Here's a shot. Deflected wide. Now it's sent back behind the Washington goal. Here is Lauzon to Corrali. His shot ricochets to the corner. Now it's Eller. Taps it back for Orlov. Into the slot. Oshie comes away with it. Over to the right wing. Slap shot wide from Ovechkin. Now it's Eller. He has it stolen away by Wagner. The Bruins with numbers going forward. Corrali behind the Washington goal. Takes it to the near corner. And a nice poke check by Chara to win it back for Washington. Ovechkin, cross ice, indirect pass finds Jensen. Jensen in the far corner hits the brakes. What a move here. Ovechkin skating the goal line, and in the end could not get a shot off as Vladar covers up with his glove. 3:09 to go in the opening period. A 3-0 lead for the Capitals. I'm back after this. Welcome back, everybody. So look at tonight's defense, a very inexperienced defense. Steven Kampfer, really the only veteran with 223 games played in the NHL. Tenorti 98, Clifton 81, Lausanne 59, Zaboral 38, and Akin just 1, which was the other night. Washington, on the other hand, Chara has played 1,594, Carlson 798, Dillon 639, Orlov 552, Schultz 519, and Jensen 316. So it's two contrasting defenses when it comes to the ages of these two defenses. The Bruins, very young team, and they're dealing with some injuries as well, and down 3-0 as we speak. And perhaps that experience is a factor here tonight, as the short side shot is staved off by Vladar. Under 3 to go in the opening period. Clifton gives it away. Kuznetsov cross ice, and the return pass is stolen away. Marchand sends it ahead for Bergeron. Bergeron will backhand it right to Brendan Dillon. That puck gloved down by Kuznetsov. He keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Now finds Daniel Sprong. Sprong back to the left wing. At the left point, it's sent down low and held up by Vrana. Off of a leg. That puck found Orlov, and now the Bruins win it back. Here's Pasternak. Pasternak will fire this one diagonally. Krejci was searching for the puck, but it's back with the Capitals. The Bruins just can't keep possession in the offensive zone right now. Here's Kampfer. Now the pass is poked ahead by Marchand. Here's a chance. Kuhlman in front. Save made. Vanacek denying Ritchie from point-blank range. And now we have our 4th penalty of the game coming up. Well, this is what the Bruins can do on the rush. It was a great read by Carson Kuhlman, and he was flying down the left wing. Fed it out in front. Krejci denied, and then Ritchie was out in front looking for the rebound. But Vanacek made the stop, and the Bruins are still seeking their first goal of the night. 90 seconds to go in the period. The face-off at center ice, won by Boston. And this will be sent in deep. Coyle on the chase, contesting the puck with Kuznetsov. Coyle to the left point, cross the line, shot fired in, and a save made once more. Vanacek looking sharp so far in the opening period. Now it's Washington. Ovechkin maneuvering through. Tight angle shot off the apron of the goal. And now a battle for the puck behind the Boston net. And the Bruins looking to escape the zone. They will. Craig Smith leaving it for the oncoming Coyle. Coyle all the way in. The shot saved. Coyle now tracks down his own rebound. Smith helping out the stick lift, but he can't take it away. Now it's the Capitals under a minute to play in period one. This is Ovechkin. Shot from the left point is gloved by Vladar. 38.9 to go in period one. Thanks everyone for stopping by tonight. Tomorrow, of course, the NHL trade deadline. Will the Bruins make any moves? What will the rest of the league do? A big day tomorrow with the NHL trade deadline less than 24 hours away. Face off to the right of Vladar, won by Boston. Stay tuned for the intermission report featuring the recap of first period highlights, and I'll give you first period analysis as well. Not the first 20 minutes that the Bruins were looking for, but still plenty of time left in this game. Lars Eller ahead to Oshie. Oshie closing in. The shot trickled just wide. It's now behind the Boston goal. Vladar got to stick to it, and time will run out in the opening period. So that's the end of one at TD Garden, and it's the Washington Capitals leading the Boston Bruins 3-0 after the opening 20 minutes. It was 3 goals in quick succession, and it'll be an uphill battle the rest of the night for Boston. It was really the power play goal that gave the spark to the Capitals that they needed, and they never looked back. But still 2 more periods on the way. The Bruins down by 3. I'll be back after a quick break with the first intermission report. Stay tuned for that. It's coming up next on the other side of this quick break. Washington 3, Boston 0 in this East Division matchup. Welcome into the first intermission report, everybody. At TD Garden, the Bruins trail the Capitals 3-0. Not the first period the Bruins wanted by any means. It's a Capitals team who they're facing that's currently first in the division with 56 points. The Bruins clinging on to that last playoff spot in the East, fourth place, 8 points back of Washington with 48 points. And this game started with a bang right off the opening faceoff. Why not drop the gloves? Chris Wagner and Brendan Dillon went at it from the start, 4 seconds in, and they dropped the gloves. You love to see it, and it was a pretty solid fight. Dillon getting the better of Wagner, and this was clearly planned. Right as the puck was dropped, they knew they were going at it, and some bad blood to start the game. These teams have already played each other 7 times this season. The Bruins are 5-0-2 against Washington. So the Capitals still seeking their first regulation victory over Boston, but and they're looking like they're in good shape to do so, but still plenty of game left, that's for sure. And this fight definitely it comes with reason, because these two teams have met each other 7 times prior, as I mentioned, and you may remember the dirty Tom Wilson hit. Both these teams don't like each other at all, and that's obvious. But so Wagner and Dillon dropping the gloves immediately. I was liking how the game started off, but not how it went after that, because Washington would score on the power play. That would open up their scoring account. It was TJ Oshie late on in Washington's first power play of the game, about 7.5 minutes into the game. Nice one-time finish by Oshie short side. Could Vladar have done better? I mean, it was a nice quick release from Oshie, but things would only get worse for the Bruins and Daniel Vladar, because 16 seconds after that goal, Washington would score a second one, and they'd tack on a third shortly thereafter. For the Bruins, it was really a poor first period all around. They had some chances now and then, but not enough to really test Vanacek all that much. And they're going to need to come up big on offense, because it's a bit surprising that they allowed 3 goals in the first period. It's not all that surprising, considering it's a very inexperienced defense. They're dealing with a lot of injuries at that position. And so I sort of expected, the defense to allow a lot of goals tonight. And so I came in with the expectation that the offense would have to step up. And that's been an issue all season long, at even strength for the Bruins offense when it comes to goal production. And there's still 2 periods left, but simply put, the offense will have to put the puck into the back of the net, especially if the Bruins allow more goals, which is certainly plausible. And you wonder, if the Bruins allow another one, will Bruce Cassidy be willing to pull Vladar and put in Swayman? A lot of different scenarios with the scoreline as it is after 1 period of play. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how the second period plays out. But the Bruins have to come out in the second period with some urgency. They're trailing by 3. Yes, there's a lot of game left, but you have to start the second period strong. If you get a goal early on in the period, then it's game on. If not, it could be this comeback could be in doubt for sure. I'll be back after a quick break when the first intermission report continues. Stay tuned. It's Washington 3, Boston 0. Welcome back, everybody. It's the first intermission between the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. A look at some game statistics so far. Washington with the edge in shots 9-7, in scoring chances as well. They lead 7-6. The Bruins did have a couple of power plays, unsuccessful on both. Washington scored a power play goal. That was their first goal of the game. And the Capitals I think they were better on the forecheck, which led to some chances at the other end. You saw on multiple occasions where Washington won the puck in their own zone and quickly took it the other way in transition and had the advantage in numbers and caught the Bruins off guard sometimes. And it certainly caused Boston's defense some issues at times. We'll see how the second period goes, but the Bruins, they've got to be better on the forecheck. They really do. It was a poor first period, and this Boston team are starting a 5-game homestand tonight. So you want to start this homestand off on the right track, because this is a team who have had a lot of trouble finding any type of consistency whatsoever. And now is the time to find it with this 5-game homestand over the next week plus. But definitely not the start they wanted to get off to. They did have some chances to score. Certainly, Vanacek made some nice stops. Richie had a really good opportunity, actually. And then late in the first period, there was a chance from the right point. Also, with under a minute to go in the period, Coyle's effort went just wide. So it's not like the Bruins have been shut down by any means. They've only had 2 less shots than the Capitals. But that's been the thing all season. They have to convert when they get those opportunities. It's not a question of if they'll create chances. It's if they can put those chances away. And so far tonight, they've been unable to. So hopefully that will change for Boston in the second period of play, because they are down by 3. They're certainly capable of coming back, but with their struggles to score on 5-on-5, it could be difficult. It could be difficult. So that's why I think the start to the second period is really key for the Bruins if they want to get the momentum on their side. So I think that begins with a strong start to period 2. We'll see if they can get a strong start, as the second period is just around the corner. A 3-0 lead for the Capitals. Chara returning to TD Garden for the first time with fans. I'll be back after the break. It's back to TD Garden for second period action. Stay tuned. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. We get set for second period action between the Capitals and the Bruins. Thanks, everyone, for tuning into the broadcast. 3-0 lead for Washington as the Bruins will look to turn it around here in the second period of play. Sunday night from TD Garden as both teams take to the ice as we get set for the start of the second frame in Boston, getting towards the final stretch of this season. And what a season it's been so far, as all the teams have had to adjust under this new format of all divisional play, which has certainly been interesting. Of course, last night, UMass won the national championship for hockey. It was quite the tournament for the UMass Minutemen, beating St. Cloud State in a thrashing fashion, a 5-0 victory over St. Cloud State yesterday in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, their first ever national championship. And great to see a Massachusetts school win the national championship, that's for sure. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Here comes the face-off at center ice as we get the second period underway from TD Garden. The Bruins in the second period going from right to left, the Capitals from left to right. The Capitals outshot the Bruins 9-7 in that first period. Oshie, Eller, and Sheary with a goal each. And Washington 1 for 1 on the power play. Boston 0 for 2. And so off we go in period 2. As this puck is sent ahead for Anton Bleed. Getting there first is Brendan Dillon. Second period just starting. As this is behind the Boston goal. Jared Tenorti with the puck. He elevates it to center ice. Wound back in by Justin Schultz. Now it's picked up by Hathaway, and what a hit delivered. Tenorti, the big body, plowing right over Garnet Hathaway. Washington still with the puck in the offensive zone. Nice pass to the back door, but it's taken away by the Bruins. This is sent ahead, and a tussle for the puck behind the Washington goal. Now it's Marchand. Marchand, cross ice, indirect feed. Bergeron the shot, save made in front. Now it's behind the Washington goal. Marchand will take it up to the right point. That pass, though, right to Tom Wilson, who takes it away. Wilson to Ovechkin. Ovechkin back to Wilson. Centering pass, picked off by Marchand. Marchand with the steal, sends it ahead for Pasternak. First line out there for Boston. Can they produce here? Early second period. Tough angle shot. That's turned aside. Comfortable save for Vitek Vanacek. This will be sent around the end boards. The Bruins looking to clear, and they will. This is all the way down to Vanacek. He will leave it for Zdeno Chara. Vladar will leave this puck. Connor Clifton there. His pass blocked off by Sprong. And now the Capitals with a chance. Nice pass. Laid back by Hagelin. But the shot went wide, and the Bruins will take it the other way. Through the slot. All the way in was Kuhlman. But he was fended off, and it was poked away with the stick of Vanacek. Now in the far corner, it's Krejci. Krejci into Kuhlman. His drive blocked. It deflects to the near corner. Now it's Tenorti for Krejci. Krejci pushed against the boards by Jensen. And Washington managed to clear. That will go down for icing. Yeah, what a hit by Tenorti on Hathaway. Even Tenorti went down. That was how big his hit truly was. The hit's 10-4 in favor of Boston. This draw to the left of Vanecek. And down for a moment went Connor Sheary. And now a stoppage in play. It looks like Craig Smith will be penalized. So the Bruins once again hurting themselves. Third penalty already. Smith to the box. And yet another power play for Washington, rather the second penalty tonight. But still, Washington were successful on their first of the night. Smith frustrated by the call. It was a holding call against him. And the face-off to the left of Vladar, won by Boston. Marchand knocks the puck ahead. Oshie takes it away. Washington generated 3 shots on their first power play of the night. Oshie twisting around, connects with a teammate. He finds Backstrom. Backstrom cross ice. Now with it on the backhand is John Carlson. Here's Oshie. Bouncing puck. Now along the end boards. Kuznetsov finds Oshie. Backstrom to the high slot. Ovechkin to the left circle. Up left pad save. Vladar with the stop. Washington not done. Backstrom taking it in. The one-time shot saved again. Denying. Wow, Ovechkin with another chance. Denying Carlson originally was Vladar. Now it's behind the Boston goal. We're only halfway through the Washington power play, but plenty of opportunities generated by the Capitals. Now a cross-ice pass. Another save. Vladar denying Carlson another time, and the Bruins clear all the way down to Vanecek. 4 minutes into the period. It's all Washington so far, taking advantage of their power play opportunity. Here's Wilson. He was looking across ice, but could not connect. And now Schultz will send it down. It's an icing call against the Caps. 29 seconds left on the power play. Yeah, one of the shots actually was a deflected pass, and Vladar was forced to make a save. And then Carlson had another chance from the left wing. Washington hungry for their 4th goal of the night. This face-off back in the Caps' end. And it's won by Washington. Behind the goal, it's Schultz. Schultz will take it up through center ice. Now closing in and sending it to the back door, and scoring is Connor Sheary. It's his 2nd goal of the game. It's 4-0 Washington. The 2nd power play goal of the night. And it's Sheary's 2nd. 15-19 left in the 2nd, and matters only worsening for the Boston Bruins. They were so close to killing off the penalty, but it was a rebound chance. What a move by Jakub Vrana. Jacob Vrana finding Tom Wilson, and on the rebound, Sheary was there to clean it up, and it's Washington with a 4-goal lead now. They'll drop the puck at center ice, and the mountain to climb only got steeper for the Bruins. Well, we had the Red Sox and Celtics win earlier in the day. I was certainly hoping for Boston teams to have an undefeated day and go 3-0. I mean, it still could happen, but it's not a good situation right now. And Bruce Cassidy is keeping Vladar in there for now, but another one from Washington, and surely Swayman would enter the game, you have to think. This face-off in front of the Boston bench. Nick Dowd is kicked out. He's replaced by Carl Hagelin. Face-off won by Boston. Sent in deep. Anton Bleed drops the shoulder to deliver the hit. Hathaway in possession now. Jensen had his pass taken away. A 2-on-1. Here's the shot. It's covered up by Vanacek. Corrali went for a goal. He did have Bleed as an option to his left. Decided to go for goal, but Vanacek able to make the stop. And the Bruins still searching for their first goal of the night with 14:57 to go in period 2. And if they allow another one, things could really get ugly. Face-off won by the Bruins. Marchand sets up a chance. A blocker saved by Vanacek, and Marchand lost track of the puck. He does win it back, though. Cross-ice pass, poked ahead. Here's the wrister. It goes wide of the goal. Now it's Pastrnak. Pastrnak holds. Pastrnak gets tripped up, and it will be a delayed penalty. To the back door. What a pass. Chance here. And a sprawling save. Vanacek covers up with the glove. Bergeron with the opportunity of the game. But Boston cannot cash in. However, they will head to the power play. It's Justin Schultz to the penalty box for the Caps. Yep, there was the penalty as he just hooked Pastrnak. A relatively easy decision for the officials. And can the Bruins take advantage of this power play opportunity? We shall see. Pastrnak, Bergeron, Ritchie, Marchand, all out there for Boston. Bruins 0 for 2 so far, on the man advantage. This is back with Vladar. Now it's David Pastrnak. Pastrnak, great setup. Ritchie denied short side. Nick Ritchie with a chance early in the power play. Now a battle for the puck in the near corner. Lars Eller with it. He'll swing it around to the far side. And now Washington finally exit the zone. This will be retrieved by Aiken. Ahead it goes. Marchand down the left wing. He reverses. Now it's Bergeron out high. Pastrnak, the return pass. Marchand back to Pastrnak. Deflected effort. Makes its way to the near corner. Now it's sent around to the far side. 55 seconds left on the Boston power play. Pastrnak holds. Now it's on the right wing. Here's the shot. Save made in front. And the Washington Capitals will clear down the ice. What is going on? Someone else is in here apparently. Hello, StreamYard boss, whoever you are. This puck will be hoisted to the end boards. Krejci holds. Now it's played up to the right point. Across the line, it's Coyle. Coyle back to the right wing. The shot went wide as Vanacek was screened on the play. He was still able to track the puck down. Now it's up against the post. Coming away with it for the Capitals is Carlson, and he'll clear it down ice. The power play is over for the Boston Bruins. For 4-0. The Caps on top. And Anton Bleed is called for offside. So 12:07 left in period 2. Washington tacking on another goal. 4-0 the score. I'll be back after this. All right, welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. A 4-0 lead for the Capitals. It's been a rough night so far for Daniel Vladar and the Boston Bruins as we get ready to resume play. A little over 12 minutes remain in the second period. 10-9, the Capitals with a slight edge in scoring chances, but the big edge on the scoreboard as that puck ricochets out of play. It deflected off of a skate. And so a quick stoppage as Kampfer's pass went into the bench area. Another face-off coming in the neutral zone. It'll be in front of the Washington bench. Backstrom wins the draw. This will be sent in by Justin Schultz. Here is Smith. Smith goes cross ice. By the way, the Washington goal earlier in the period was scored by Connor Sheary, his 10th of the season on the power play. Vrana with the assist. Here's another chance for the Caps. That shot sent wide by Daniel Sprong. Now it's the Bruins who will move it out to the neutral zone. DeBrusk up the wall, looking for Charlie Coyle. Sheary all the way down. No icing, though. The puck retrieved by Boston. The outlet pass, though, will go all the way down for an icing against the Bruins. Boston just not able to, generate any rhythm whatsoever when they have possession of the puck. Tenorti that time icing the puck. Face-off coming back in the Bruins' end. 11:09 to go in period 2 as we approach the midway point of this game from TD Garden. Oh, I just realized it said first intermission this whole time. I greatly apologize, everybody. Sorry, I forgot to update that on the scoreboard. I'm sure you guys figured out that the second period had started, though. This puck picked up by Washington. That one-time shot turned aside by Vladar. And this will go all the way down. John Carlson back to get it for the Capitals. Here's TJ Oshie. Ritchie takes it away for the Bruins. He gets bumped at the blue line. Battle for the puck. Ritchie sends it back into the offensive zone. On the right wing, the puck fought for. Once again, the Capitals come away with it. Possible 3-on-2 here. Oshie taps it forward. Now swung back in by Orlov, but could not get the return pass to find Oshie. About midway point of this game, a 4-0 lead. It's been all Washington. Here's Nick Dowd. Dowd to Oshie. Bergeron comes away with the puck. Bergeron shot blocked. It falls to Pasternak. Pasternak centering pass. Could not find Bergeron as this puck is elevated down ice. It'll be an icing against the Capitals this time. A look at the upcoming schedule for the Bruins. Of course, we've got the trade deadline tomorrow. They'll host Buffalo on Tuesday at 7. They'll have the Islanders same time on Thursday. And then on Friday, they face the Islanders again. Next Sunday, they'll face Washington at home at noon. Then the following week, they'll be at Buffalo for 3 games in a row, actually. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday of that week. So that's what's on tap for Boston. Here is Marchand weaving his way along the right wing boards. He leaves it for Pasternak. Pasternak back to Marchand. Puck loose in front. Bergeron took a hack at it, but could not put a shot on target. Now it's Pasternak down low for Marchand. Marchand to the left point. Now it's Kampfer through traffic, redirected just wide of the left post. Now it's up to the right point. Swiveling puck into Pasternak, but it's picked up by Nick Jensen. Bruins still seeking their first goal. Washington looking for their 5th. Dangerous pass, cross ice, but Dowd could not find a teammate. Now it's brought in the other way by Anton Bleed. Bleed hits the brakes in the right wing corner. Shot saved, puck loose, and it has not crossed the line. Somehow Vanacek keeps it out as he managed to cover it up, and a bit of tussling in front of the crease as Kampfer was shoved down to the ice. Or no, rather it was Wagner. 8:57 left in the period. It's the Capitals up by 4, the Bruins knocking on the doorstep. Welcome back, everybody. Bruins trailing by 4, a 4-0 lead for the Caps at TD Garden. The Bruins with a big mountain to climb. We'll see what they can do here. Connor Sheary, by the way, played at UMass from 2010 to 14, tallied 38 goals and 66 assists in his time with UMass. And, of course, his alma mater winning their first ever national championship last night as UMass defeated St. Cloud State in the national championship game in Pittsburgh. Bruins with a chance off the face-off win. Tenorti's effort went wide. This puck cleared down ice right to Vladar. He will pass it off, and this will go down for an ice. No, it won't be an icing call against Boston. Schultz back to retrieve. Kept in the zone. Tenorti's drive saved. The puck took an awkward ricochet, but a great reaction from Vanacek as he covers up that puck. Wow, that was a bit of a wild sequence there. It was what looked like a harmless shot from the high slot by Tenorti, and it went off the end boards and took an awkward bounce off the end boards. And Vanacek had to react quickly as that puck nearly slipped in short side, but not quite. Shots on goal, 15-14 in favor of Boston, believe it or not. But the Bruins trail by 4. Face-off won by Washington and cleared down to the Bruins zone. Connor Clifton there as Kuhlman goes cross ice. Washington cleared the zone once more. Bruins will face Buffalo next on Tuesday at 7 Eastern time as Krejci is whistled offsides. What an abysmal season it's been for the Buffalo Sabres. My goodness. Faceoff will come in front of the Boston bench. It's won by the Capitals. And that's sent all the way down for an icing call against the Caps. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. It's Bergeron and Kuznetsov in the face-off, taking place to the left of Vitek Vanacek. It's won by the Bruins. Hitting the brakes is Marchand. Marchand tees up Pastrnak, and standing tall to make the save was Vanacek. Battle for the puck now on the near side. It's won by Carlson. Marchand back with it. He'll swing it around. Kampfer's drive goes wide. Now it's collected at the goal line by Pastrnak to the left point. Sent across to Kampfer. Bergeron back to Kampfer. Closing in. A stick save. Vanacek with the intervention. Now here is Evgeny Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov taking it to the corner boards. And now double teamed against the wall. Battle for the puck. Krejci comes away with it. Now finds Kampfer cross ice. Now it's Pastrnak. Pastrnak flips it to the line, but it's taken away by Sprong. Sprong with a chance. Now it comes out to Chara. Chara's blast goes wide. Here is Jensen. Sprong turns back away from the goal. Finds Backstrom into the slot. Here's a chance. And a penalty will be called. Pastrnak in the end hooked Connor Sheary. Sheary is looking for a hat trick. And who knows, if Pastrnak hadn't committed that penalty, maybe Sheary would have got his hat trick. And it will be yet another power play for the Capitals. Yeah, Sheary was in on goal, and Pastrnak got a stick in there just in time. Taking one for the team. A hooking call. Washington with their third power play tonight. 6:34 to go in the second period. And the Capitals power play has been brilliant tonight. 2 for 2, 7 shots. Can they make it 3 for 3 here? It's Backstrom into the right circle. Save made as Vladar covers up the rebound. 8 seconds on the power play. And already a shot for Washington. This draw will be to the left of Vladar. The Bruins just looking for something to give them some hope. But first, they have to focus on killing off this Washington power play. Carlson to Backstrom. Backstrom feeds it down to the goal line. Now gets it back from Kuznetsov. Backstrom circling around. Finds Kuznetsov out in front. The backhand effort shut down by Vladar. And he holds on once more. Just 27 seconds of the power play, and Washington creating all sorts of opportunities. Nicholas Backstrom this season has been fantastic against the Bruins. In 6 games has had 1 assist, or rather 1 goal and 5 assists. And slap shot there, saved by the leg of Vladar. And finally, Boston managed to clear the zone. It will be brought back the other way by Carlson. Down the left wing, it's a nice move, but Ovechkin was taken out. Washington, though, still in possession. Ovechkin on the right wing with it. Feeds it behind the Boston goal. Battle for the puck. Now it's kicked to the far corner. Playing it to the left point. Here's TJ Oshie. Oshie holds. He had the first goal of the game also on the power play. Backstrom to the high slot with Carlson. 45 seconds to go on the Washington power play. Backstrom at the right circle. Feeds it to the back door. And the puck is somewhere underneath the pile. The play blown dead. And somehow Vladar kept it out. Absolute mayhem in the goal crease. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, the puck was under the right pad of Vladar. Just great goaltending there, and eventually the play was blown dead. Ovechkin, meanwhile, off the last faceoff, had a chance right after that faceoff win by the Capitals. An absolute rocket on the slap shot, but a nice leg saved by Vladar. Still 39 more seconds, though, on this Washington power play. Draw one by Boston. Clifton sends it around. The Bruins clear all the way down to Vanacek as he leaves it for the oncoming Justin Schultz. Schultz, the stretch pass. And will it be icing? Yes, it will. So an icing called a little bit of a late whistle, but it eventually came. Bruins just with 24 more seconds to kill. And Washington with a 4-0 lead, trying to go 3 for 3 on the power play. If they do, it would be their 5th goal of the game. Look at all-time NHL leaders in power play goals. Alex Ovechkin, second on that list with 266. He's 9 goals away from getting the record. He's had 4 shots tonight, Ovechkin. Washington do win the draw. It's collected by Connor Sheary, who's had a great performance so far tonight. Can they create one more chance on the man advantage to the Capitals? Sheary kicks the puck to the corner. Now it's sent cross ice. That pass blocked off, and now it's sent all the way down. The power play expired. Pastrnak out of the box. Here's a pass to Steven Kampfer. Kampfer down low. Marchand picks it up. Marchand to the right point. Kampfer the slap shot. A save made. A nice glove stop as Vanacek holds on. And so far, so good for Vanacek between the pipes. 4-0. Washington on top. Final 4+ minutes of the period coming your way next. Welcome back, everybody. A great moment back in the first period when Zdeno Chara finally got the tribute he deserved and the ovation from the crowd. He did get a tribute when Washington first played at Boston this season, but that was when there were no fans at TD Garden. So he finally got his deserved ovation with fans in attendance. Zdeno Chara, an absolute legend in the city of Boston, and will always be an icon as a Bruin and as a Bostonian. All right, we resume play with a face-off to the left of Vanacek. A 4-0 lead here for the Caps, late second period. Bruins win the draw. Here's a shot saved by the blocker of Vanacek. Now here is Marchand in the far corner. Marchand, nice setup, rebound loose, and jabbing at the puck was Bergeron. Eventually, the puck covered by Vanacek. There's a little scuffle in front of the crease. It's been better from the Bruins lately, but still unable to find the back of the goal. Marchand set up Pastrnak, and then Pastrnak shot, saved by Vanacek, but the puck was loose in front. Bergeron was trying to poke it home, but Vanacek did well to cover up. 4:06 left in the period now, and the Bruins seeking their first goal of the game. This face-off to the right of Vanacek. It's won by Washington. This is brought ahead by Hagelin. Perhaps an odd-man rush. It's Nick Dowd down the left wing. Dowd shoots and scores. It's a 5th goal for Washington. An absolute snipe. Making it look easy was Nick Dowd down the left wing. And surely that's it for Dan Vladar. 3:57 left in the second. It's Washington 5, Boston 0. And right when you thought maybe the Bruins could grab their first goal of the game, Washington come the other way, and Dowd with the snipe. He held and actually shot it through the legs of Kampfer, and Vladar did not read it correctly. And with 3:57 left in the second, it's a 5-0 Caps lead, and it looks like Cassidy is going to stick with Vladar. I'm surprised. I thought for sure a 5th goal would trigger a substitution of netminders, but that's not the case. It looks like that puck was played with a high stick, and that is indeed the case. But Bruce Cassidy just staying with Vladar for now anyways. A 5-0 Capitals lead. An absolute blowout here at TD Garden. The face-off will take place in the neutral zone. It's won by Boston. Whipped in by Lauzon. Krejci took it away. Krejci's short side shot handled by Vanacek. And now it's back to the neutral zone. Here's Tom Wilson. Wilson battling for the puck. And did he take a stick to the face there from Lauzon? It looked like he did. Well, I don't believe any penalty was called here. I think it was just offside. Or no, yep, a penalty was called. My apologies. Yep, so it is a penalty. The Bruins night just getting worse and worse here. A high sticking call. The stick came up there. Oh, well, sometimes certain people deserve things. And Wilson can get a taste of his own medicine once in a while. But Lauzon does go to the box for that high stick. 3:27 left in the second. 4th power play of the night for Washington. Look at that stat. They're 2 for 3 on the power play with 11 shots. Wow. Here's Backstrom into the right circle. Backstrom holds. Gets it back from Kuznetsov. Now in the high slot. Carlson feeds it down low. Puck popped out in front of the goal. And now it's collected by Backstrom. Backstrom to the end line. This is held up by Kuznetsov. Back with Backstrom. Backstrom to Carlson. Now it's on the left wing. Carlson gets it back. Now it's Backstrom. Great puck movement here. The one-timer misfired. And now it's a tussle for the puck along the end boards. Zabora looking to win it for Boston, and he will. He taps it ahead, and Bleed finally clears. First time Boston managed to get the puck out of the zone on this Capitals power play. Here's Tom Wilson down the right wing. Wilson hits the brakes. Now plays it up for Carlson. He'll tap it to Backstrom. Backstrom across ice. It falls for Carlson. Set him up down the left wing. The save made. And now another chance for Ovechkin. Another stop by Vladar. Boston clear all the way down to Vanacek, who will hold this puck and leave it for the oncoming Justin Schultz. Schultz across to the back door, and Wilson scores. It's the 3rd power play goal of the game for the Washington Capitals. Wilson with the finish at the back door. It's 6-0 with 1:36 left in the period. Well, this is getting out of hand in a hurry. Yep, no one saw Wilson coming. A perfect pass and a tap in for Wilson. 6th goal of the game for Washington. We're not even through 2 periods. Face off at center ice, won by Washington. Well, Washington will remain in first place in the Eastern Division. Very competitive East Division. And the Bruins' inconsistencies continue. They next have Buffalo, which should be an automatic win, but you never know. Earlier in the period, the 5th Washington goal was Dowd's 8th of the season, assisted by Hagelin, by the way. Under a minute to go in the second period. Marchand delivers the late hit. Now it's Chara with plenty of ice ahead. Stay tuned for the second intermission report featuring a Bruins player walk-off interview. As Bergeron's pass deflects out of play. And let's take a look at those Bruins injuries and illnesses. That list is long, to say the least. Frederick out with an illness, Carlo and Grzelcyk, as well as Kashe and McAvoy and Rask, all with upper body injuries, and then Halak's in COVID protocol. So the Bruins, it's no excuse, but they are missing so many players. They've been hit by the injury bug big time. And, it'll be good once they get everyone healthy again, whenever that time may be. In the meantime, though, they got to, find some consistency, however they can, because it's not been good enough lately. Here's the one-time shot, turned aside by Vanacek, and that is the last chance of period 2, a 6-0 lead for the Washington Capitals. It was 3-0 after 1. It's 6-0 after 2. If that trend continues, the Capitals are on their way to a 9-0 victory. We'll see if that's how it pans out, but things did not get better for Boston, as I hope they would in the second period. In fact, they only got worse. The Capitals rolling here in the second. I'm back for the second intermission report after this. Welcome into the second intermission report, everybody. There's not much to report. The scoreline tells the story, a 6-0 lead for the Washington Capitals. It's just been one of those nights for the Bruins. They have not shown up, and give credit to the Capitals. They've taken full advantage of every chance they've had, really, because the scoring chances are about even, believe it or not, despite the completely lopsided scoreline. But yeah, Washington really picked up right from where they left off. Less than 5 minutes into the period, another power play goal. They have been electric on the power play. 3 for 4 tonight. Half of their goals coming on the man advantage. The first goal of the period coming on the power play. A rebound put away. Nice finish by Connor Sheary, his second of the game. And Washington would go on to score 2 after that. The Bruins would have chances, but, Vanecek's been solid. The Bruins just having the issues they've had all season where they cannot put their opportunities away, and the frustration really mounted. It is interesting that Vladar is still in goal, I guess it is a throwaway game at this point. Why put Swayman in at this point, I guess, is what Bruce Cassidy's thinking. I don't know, though. It's embarrassing in a way to be down by 6 goals at the end of 2 periods. So I am a little surprised that Vladar is still in goal, but it is what Bruce Cassidy is deciding to do, and yeah, the Bruins will definitely have to quickly shift their focus to Tuesday night against the Sabres, because this is a tough pill to swallow, no doubt about that. And look at the stats. The shots dead even, 23-23, yet the score is 6-0. Washington with a slight edge in scoring chances, 15-12, but look at the power play. That's been the difference. The Capitals 3 for 4, the Bruins 0 for 3. The Bruins actually with the advantage in faceoff wins 27-18, but they're down big time. All right, let's hear the thoughts after 2 periods of play from Washington's own Connor Sheary, who has 2 goals tonight.
Last couple games weren't our best, and I think we wanted to limit this team's chances, especially their top line. So I think we're doing a good job of that so far. I think it's getting pucks behind them, outworking them in their zone, and reloading hard and limiting their chances off the rush. So I think mix of all that and the power play success, penalty kill success, and it's leading to a 6-0 lead right now.
Now, the Boston Bruins former captain Zdeno Chara getting an ovation from a smaller crowd, but still a passionate crowd about him. What has he meant to you guys in the locker room and on the ice, of course, to your team? What kind of addition has he been?
Yeah, I mean, he's been great. I think, obviously, his leadership, he's been around the league for a long time. He's been on winning teams. He's been on really good teams. So just his presence in the locker room, I think he demands the best out of his teammates, and we're happy to have him this year.
Connor, thanks for your time.
Sure, thanks.
All right, so those are the thoughts of Connor Sheary, who's had himself a game. A reminder that tomorrow the Red Sox will be back in action. On a positive note, the Red Sox, who have won 6 games in a row, they play an afternoon game against the Minnesota Twins at 2 Eastern time. That I just brought that up to lighten the mood a bit, because this has been a rough one for all Bruins fans. The second intermission report will continue after this quick break. The Capitals leading big time in this East Division matchup from TD Garden. I'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned. It's the NHL here on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. I'll be back in a moment. Welcome back into the second intermission report. A blowout here at TD Garden, completely unexpected, to be honest. 6-0. Washington leading Boston. Let's look at some out-of-town action, shall we? Elsewhere in the East Division, the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New Jersey Devils tonight. The Penguins did have a 2-0 lead. The Devils would score late in the first period, but the Penguins would reestablish a 2-goal lead. It's currently 3-1. That game also in the second intermission currently. I appreciate all of you guys who stopped by tonight and tuned into the broadcast. Unfortunately, this has been one of the most uneventful broadcasts that I've ever done. It's been tough as a Bruins fan, that's for sure. But we'll see how the Bruins even approach this third period. I assume since after allowing 6 that since Vladar's still in there, he's going to play the whole game no matter what. But can the Bruins maybe get a consolation goal just to make matters at least slightly better? I mean, it's been an atrocious night to say the least, but with still 20 minutes to go, hopefully, it doesn't get too much worse for the Bruins because they're already down big time. But yeah, overall, it's just been a very frustrating night for Boston. It's been some sloppy passes. They haven't been able to keep the puck. They have had chances, just not able to put them away. And that's proved to be costly, especially their lack of productivity on the power play. So still a whole nother period ahead. Although it seems like if there were a mercy rule, tonight would be a good time to put that in place. But yeah, Washington certainly, unlike the Bruins, taking full advantage of every chance they've had. Some nice goals as well, really. Although some pucks were savable, I think, from Vladar. He's obviously had a rough one tonight, just like the whole team, quite frankly. But there's also been some nice finishes. Sheary's looking for a hat trick now. He already has 2. So we'll see what the third period has in store. That's coming up just around the corner from TD Garden, the first of 5 games in a row at home for Boston. And yeah, it's not like the Bruins, have done horrible. The scoreline would certainly suggest that. They did test Vanacek at times. There was that portion of quick spell, I should say, about 5 minutes into the second period where they were testing Vanacek quite often, actually. But they just can't finish. They can't find the back of the net. And that's an issue when the objective of the game is to score goals. But that's really been a concern all season, not just tonight. For the Boston Bruins. But yeah, overall, very frustrating. We look at the heat zone. Craig Smith and Alex Ovechkin, both hot coming into the night. Craig Smith, really a no-show. No goals, no assists, no shots, and 8 minutes on ice. So Ovechkin, no goals, but he does have an assist as well as 6 shots in about 15 minutes on ice tonight. All right, after the break, I'll get you back out to TD Garden for the last period of play. We can talk about whatever because this game is well over. But I'll be back nonetheless. Third period next. Welcome back in, everybody. The third period about to get underway. It's been all Washington tonight. A dominant performance from the Capitals. And, it's been a great performance from Washington. They've been very efficient on the power play, 3 for 4 on the night. And we'll see how this final period plays out with the result pretty much already decided. But we still have to play the last 20 minutes anyways. It's been a misery-filled night for Boston as we look at a history moment. On this date in 1989, Ron Hextall became the first goalie in NHL history to score a goal in a Stanley Cup competition. Hextall's shorthanded empty net goal gave the Flyers an 8-5 win and a 3-2 lead in the Patrick Division semifinals against the Capitals. Well, you learn something new every day, don't you? I had no idea that about that. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a goalie score a goal in a live game, to be honest. That is a true rarity. I think even more rare than soccer. So we get ready for the third period as Sheary has had his 13th career 2-goal game. Wilson had his 10th goal. He's also had an assist. Oshie Eller endowed with the other 3 goals. Washington, a goal-scoring machine tonight as we get set for the start of period 3. It's Corrali against Dowd at center ice. Dowd scoring one of the 6 Capitals goals tonight. And off we go in the third. Zdeno Chara off the Washington face-off win. Was looking for Jensen. Slipped through his legs, and now it's tracked down by Jared Tenorti. Now here's Corrali. Corrali into the offensive zone, but lost the handle. Now it's back with Chara. D-to-D pass. He gets it to Jensen. Diagonal feed over for Carl Hagelin. Boston clear. Wagner was there to do so. But it's back with Zdeno Chara now. Chara, the former Bruins legend, of course. And that puck will be iced by the Capitals. So the face-off back in the Capitals zone. It's to the left of Vanacek. Won by the Capitals. Brendan Dillon there. And his clearance deflects out of play. So a couple of stoppages early on in period 3. Washington win another draw. All the way down in the Boston zone. It's picked up by Marchand. Now Pasternak had it poked away. Here's Jakub Zboril. Down the left wing, Marchand will swing it around to the near side with Pasternak. Pasternak trying to return it to Zboril, but Washington pounce on it. It's back in the Boston end. Here's Charlie Coyle. And we've got a delayed penalty coming up. It'll be against the Capitals. Connor Sheary will head to the box when Washington gain possession of the puck. Down the left wing, here's a wrister. Save made there. Now it's Smith down to the corner, and the centering pass touched by Daniel Sprong. Oh, no, sorry. It'll be Backstrom going to the box, not Sheary. My apologies. A hooking call. The Bruins unsuccessful so far on the power play. They'll get another crack at it here. DeBrusk, Coyle, Smith, Kampfer, and Krejci are the 5 out there. And Washington win the draw. It's cleared all the way down the length of the ice by Jensen. Vladar leaves it for the oncoming Kampfer. Kampfer reverses. It's now back with Krejci. Krejci gains the line. And the puck cleared once more. It's just been an extremely frustrating night for the Bruins, as this is brought in by Krejci. Krejci swivels around, finds DeBrusk. Now it's Coyle to the near side with Smith. Krejci to Kampfer. Now in the far corner. It's back with Kampfer across the line. Krejci for Kampfer. Holds up on the shot. Sends it over the left wing. Rebound, scores. Craig Smith finally puts the Bruins on the board. 43 minutes into the game. And it's Craig Smith with the put-away off the rebound. 6-1. Now the score as the Bruins cash in on the power play. Well, it's about time. Vanacek made the original save, but he let up the rebound. It was off the left pad, and then Smith there, right place, right time. And the Bruins are on the board at TD Garden. Well, now will we get the craziest comeback of all time? We can only hope. Let's see, though, if the Bruins can build off of that. Here's another chance. Save made off Pasternak's shot. Here's Oshie. That pass played behind Vrana. However, it's picked up by Eller, and there was a huge collision. Zaboral's down in a heap as he and Vrana collided. Zaboral will slowly get up to his feet. The athletic trainer coming out to attend to him. He will skate off on his own, which is good to see, but let's see what happened here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Zaboral already, so he lost his footing and then slid into Vrana. Vrana tried to, hop over Zaboral and avoid the collision, but instead he fell right on top of Zaboral. And that's when Zaboral winced in pain. Nothing intentional from Vrana. He was just trying to get out of the way. But Zaboral goes to the locker room. I'll give an update on him if I get one. Charlie Coyle into the neutral zone. Vrana and Zaboral actually country mates. They're both from the Czech Republic. International teammates. This is all the way down with Vanacek. Here's Coyle. Now to the right point. It's a shot fired wide by Clifton. Now it's held up in the far corner by Jared Tenorti. Possession lost. It's picked up by Carlson, Now down the left wing, it's Connor Sheary, who's had a great night so far for the Caps. Sheary double teamed, held onto it for too long, and it's the one goal scorer for Boston, Craig Smith, who dumps it in. Now it's back with Brendan Dillon. That's taken away by Krejci. Here's a chance. Ritchie closing in. The shot is shut down, covered up by Vanacek. Certainly better from the Bruins here, early third period. It's great to see fans in attendance at TD Garden. You love to see that. Unfortunately, the fans have Been disappointed tonight. Krejci with the re-entry, and a save made again by Vanacek as he covers up against the side of the goal. A good re-entry into the neutral zone for Boston. Krejci was seeing if he had any options to his left, but quickly realized he didn't, so went for the shot. Shut down by Vanacek, though, as the Bruins look for their second goal. Here's another shot. Vanacek thought he had it. The puck's loose in front. Now behind the goal. It's fought for. Ritchie had it for a moment, but now Washington will move it out through center. Chara, the lead pass on the chase now is Garnet Hathaway. Hathaway, nice pass. Save made in the slot. Rebound loose in front. It's picked up now behind the goal by Krejci. Krejci finds Carson Kuhlman. Kuhlman will send it Vanacek's way. Vanacek handles it comfortably, finding Chara. Washington can't clear the zone. Here's a drive by Zaboral. A pad save from Vanacek. And now the Capitals the other way. It's Ovechkin. Hits the brakes. Nice pass into the slot. Ovechkin twirling around. The backhand effort blocked. Ovechkin denied. And now it's fought for on the far side. Wilson sends it down to the corner. Now it's picked up behind the Boston goal by Jeremy Lauzon. Oh, that's a poor turnover. Orlov's there. Orlov pass to the right wing. And Kuznetsov trying to bat it out of the air. It's Pasternak who could not find a teammate. And now it's won back by Marchand, who taps it out of the zone. Bruins make a quick change. Here comes Orlov with the re-entry. Down the left wing, winds up and fires just wide. Now in the Boston zone, it's Sprong to Backstrom. Up the boards from Connor Sheary. Corrali's pass picked off by Connor Clifton. Here's Pasternak down the right wing. Pasternak up the wall. Finds Corrali. Backstrom's pass went off of a skate. Now it's flung to the end boards. The drive here from Clifton goes wide. 13 minutes to go here in the third period. Here's Chris Wagner. Next up for the Bruins will be Buffalo, Tuesday at 7 Eastern time. Kampfer finds DeBrusk. 12.5 to play in a 6-1 game. The shots on goal, 30-25 Boston. And now here's Jake DeBrusk. DeBrusk ahead for Charlie Coyle. Coyle gets around Oshie. Self-pass, now picked up by DeBrusk. A short side save, but we will have a penalty coming up against the Capitals. 12:11 to go. A 5-goal game. Will be another power play after the break for Boston. Stay tuned. I'm back in a flash. Welcome back, everybody. 6-1 the score. The Bruins finally getting their first goal of the game earlier in this period, but it's been a one-way. It's been one-way traffic for the most part. Although the Bruins have generated more shots than Washington, which is really hard to believe considering the scoreline. But that's just how the games went. That's just how the game's gone. By the way, I misspoke. It was a penalty against Boston. Coyle was actually called for slashing. So it's Washington with their 5th power play of the night. Remember, they're 3 for 4. They've been prolific on the power play all game long. And so we'll see what they can do here. Looking to go 4 for 5 on the night. Under 12 minutes to play now. Here is a bouncing puck for Ovechkin. One back by Boston. Down the right wing, here's Sean Kuraly. Kuraly's pass blocked. He picks it up again. Kuraly will swing it to the high slot, but the puck escapes the zone. The Bruins will tag up as Vanacek will leave this one for the oncoming Justin Schultz. Taken up ice. Bruins send it back the other way. Vanacek behind his own goal. We'll send it over to Schultz. A blowout game at TD Garden. The Bruins beat the Capitals just a few nights ago on Thursday. The Capitals, though, getting revenge tonight. It'll be the first regulation win for Washington over Boston this season in their 8th meeting. Here is Zaboral. He lost the puck. Now here's a chance. One-timer from Ovechkin, saved by Vladar. And now Zaboral will swing it away, and that will go all the way down. The clearance by Boston with 30 seconds left on this Capitals power play. Vladar wrists it through the corner, but the Bruins can't clear the zone. Maybe 1 or 2 more chances before the power play runs out for Washington. Here's Kuznetsov for Carlson. Now at the left circle is Ovechkin. Ovechkin holds. Ovechkin to the back door. Just wide as he was seeking out Backstrom. Now it's Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov in the right wing corner. Kuznetsov, tight angle off the side of the goal. Now on the rebound, Oshie battling for it. The power play is over midway through the 3rd period. Coyle out of the box. Washington not done, though. Ovechkin's drive saved by the glove of Vladar. Now on the rebound, it's Backstrom in front. Tapped in by TJ Oshie. It's a 7th goal for Washington, and they reclaim a 6-goal advantage. How about that acrobatic finish? Oshie has the 2nd goal of the game. It was a baseball play from Oshie. Let's take a look. He kept his stick below the crossbar. This is a good goal, and he did. He certainly did. Backstrom with the pass into the slot, and Oshie literally batting it out of the air. 7-1 now the score. And Washington's goal tally continues to climb. 9:47 left. And it's back to a 6-goal game at TD Garden. Here's Zaboral. He'll send it around. Char off the corner boards, kept in by Zaboral. Kuhlman's pass blocked off. Washington will move it out to center. And that will be an offsides call against Nick Ritchie. 9:17 to go. A goal apiece in this period. It's 7-1, Washington on top. Welcome back in, everybody. A 7-1 lead for the Washington Capitals. Yeah, that score is real. Probably the filthiest goal of the game had to be the brilliant move from Lars Eller to get around the defender and finish. There's been a couple of nice goals tonight from the Capitals, and they have been a goal-scoring machine tonight at TD Garden coming into Boston and absolutely running away with this game. A little over 9 minutes to play here in regulation. As Vanacek controls this puck behind his net, Bergeron is there, sends it around to the near side. It falls for Pastrnak, his one-time slap shot, turned aside by Vanacek. Here is Oshie. The outlet pass. Now Vrana to the right wing. Pass too far ahead. And it's picked up by Jakub Zaboral. Here's Pastrnak flying down the right wing. Cut off, though, by Daniel Sprong. Sprong finds Backstrom. Ahead for Sprong, but Clifton's there to take it away for Boston. Here's Jensen with the chance. That goes wide. Chara reverses. Backstrom's effort redirected in front. Vladar kept it out. Eight minutes to play. Pastrnak will flip it in to the end boards. Nick Jensen's there for the Capitals. By the way, the last Washington goal was Oshie's 14th of the season. It was Backstrom with his 29th assist on the year. Here's Corrali. Corrali, a shot from way out. Comfortably dealt with by Vanacek. Now Carlson finds Wilson. Wilson brought down by Tenorti. Ovechkin now. Here is Chris Wagner. This is brought ahead by Bleed. Bleed the shot. Save made. And what an effort by Vanacek to poke it away with the stick. A full extension from Vanacek to make sure there was no second chance. Here's Ovechkin on the left wing. Cross-ice pass. Slap shot here. And Vladar holds on for the save to deny Evgeny Kuznetsov. Yep, so tomorrow, a big day once more for Boston sports. The Red Sox play the Twins at 2 Eastern time. And then, no, the Bruins don't play till Tuesday. Anyways, today was the true big day in Boston sports where the Red Sox, Bruins, and Celtics were in action. The Red Sox and Celtics each got wins. But the Bruins, a different story, unfortunately, as that shot from Brendan Dillon deflects into the protective netting. Yeah, the Red Sox with their 6th win in a row. They've been on a tear. Atop the AL East, 9 games in. And I like to see the Yankees at the bottom of those standings. I know it'll be short-lived, but good to see right now. And then the Celtics with a great win against Denver, ending the game on a 40-8 run, which is insane. Here's a face-off to the right of Daniel Vladar. Oh, it's given away in a bad area. Oh, what a recovery. Zaboral reaching out, or else that would have been a tap-in, but now the Capitals do score. It's their largest lead of the night, a redirected finish by Lars Eller. That's his second. So now 3 players with 2 goals for Washington, Eller, Oshie, and Sheary. It's an 8-1 game with 6:46 to go. Wow, that took a couple of redirections, actually. Oshie got a piece of it, then Eller. And it's 8-1. This is getting ugly. Well, it's been ugly, but it's getting uglier by the minute. It really is. Now another stoppage in play. 6:40 to go. I think both teams just want this game to end now, especially the Bruins. Yeah, there was a big hit. My goodness, Hathaway finished his hit, and I didn't even realize that. He sent Aiken into the board. No, not into the boards. Into the bench. The faceoff will be at center ice, won by Washington. Here's Vladar behind the Boston goal, given away. But the Bruins win it back, brought ahead by Corrali. Here's Jensen. Down the left wing, Hagelin finds Chara. Shot from the left point goes wide. And now it's back out to the neutral zone with Jensen. Clifton up the middle for Craig Smith. Smith, with no support, leaves it into the final 6 minutes now. That pass cut off by Pasternak. Pasternak to Bergeron at the line. Bergeron into the offensive zone. Pasternak has his shot blocked. Taken away now by Nick Jensen. Jensen, cross ice as he finds Connor Sheary. Jared Tenorti ahead looking for Marchand. Sent the other way, though, by Washington. This puck retrieved and brought ahead as this is slung in around the end boards. It's been an ugly, ugly game for Boston as we approach the final 5 minutes, thank goodness. This is wound in by Wagner. Now Wilson to Kuznetsov. Ovechkin loses the edge. Good defending by Connor Clifton. Here is Sean Corrali. Corrali in the far corner. And now a shot from distance. Smothered by Vanacek. All right, folks, we're almost at the end, I promise. 4:29 left, 8-1 Washington. All right, welcome back, everybody. Here's a look at how this game has played out. Oshie, Eller, and Sheary with 2 goals each. Oshie has had an assist as well. Backstrom and Hagelin have each had an assist. Craig Smith scored the lone Bruins goal on the power play, his 8th of the season. The shots 34-32 Boston, yet the score is 8-1 Washington. Yes, you heard me correctly. 4:29 left in this miserable game, unless you're a Capitals fan. But I am a Bruins fan, as you can tell, and I picked the wrong game. I picked the wrong game to do, didn't I? Oh well, that happens sometimes. Sometimes I pick a great game. Sometimes I pick a horrible game. Tonight was the latter. Clifton, indirect pass. Now Kuhlman down the left wing. His shot deflects out of play with 4:09 remaining. $4:09 to play. I appreciate all of you who have stopped by tonight. Big props to you guys because this has not been a fun broadcast with the score being what it is. But I still appreciate you guys showing up nonetheless and tuning in. I always appreciate it. I will try to be on for some of the Red Sox game tomorrow. They have an afternoon game, so it depends how much schoolwork I have, homework I have, and all. But we'll see. I'll try to get on for the end of it. Maybe even half of the game. We'll see. It depends. I'll see how much of the Red Sox game I'll be able to do. But I really want to do a Red Sox game. I was going to do their opening day game, which got rained out and postponed a day, and then I couldn't do it the next day because I was somewhere. And I haven't been able to do a Red Sox game yet. And I want to hop on the bandwagon. No, I'm kidding. I've been a Boston sports fan since I was born. Since I was born here in Boston, so I've been a Red Sox fan forever, through the highs and the lows. But they're on a 6-game win streak right now, so I certainly want to call a game. So I'm hoping to do their game against the Twins tomorrow. 3 minutes to go in this one. A 7-goal lead for the Capitals. They've had 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second, and 2 so far here in the third. The lone goal for Boston came in this third period. Washington in possession now. This is Lars Eller down the left wing. He has 2 goals taken away by Boston. Now 2.5 minutes to play in this game that I very much want to end. This has been a painful one for sure. Down the right wing, it's Chris Wagner. Wagner dumps it in. On the chase is Corrali. Now at the left point, that shot deflects wide. It was redirected in the slot. Kuznetsov now with it for the Caps. And that will be cleared down ice. Another icing call. 1:47 to play. I just want this game to end, to put my misery to bed. Ugh. Well, we'll see what the next week ahead looks like for the Bruins. They will have, hopefully they'll have some guys returning from injury, because this is a far from fully healthy team, obviously. The injury list is expansive at the moment. This face-off to the left of Vanacek, won by the Caps, and that clearance takes a deflection into the Boston bench. Wow. We're getting towards the final stretch of the season, and the Bruins really need to get healthy because there's no guarantee that they will make the playoffs. I know that sounds crazy, but there's five good teams in this division. Only 4 make the playoffs, and Philadelphia are right on the Bruins' tails. Philadelphia currently in 5th, Boston in 4th. And, if the Bruins keep up this kind of form, they could be in danger of missing out on the postseason. They really could be. That sounds crazy, but it's absolutely true. Vanacek has made some big saves tonight. A penalty has just been assessed to Steven Kampfer. So one last power play for the Capitals to end this game with 1:28 to play. It'll be to the left of Vladar, the face-off. Washington's power play has been brilliant tonight. 3 for 5, 15 shots. As that's batted away by Anton Bleed. Vanacek comes well out of his crease. Now it's picked up by Justin Schultz. Here's Connor Sheary. Lars Eller gets tripped up. A lost stick there for, I believe, Aitchen of Boston. Now it's brought back the other way. Maybe, a shorthanded chance, although Corrali was all by himself, eventually had it stolen. Oshie cuts back at the red line, somehow keeps the puck. Oshie across for Orlov. Orlov winds it in. Eller to the right point. Across the line, Schultz in the high slot. His shot deflected to the near corner. Puck popped up. Now along the end boards, a battle for possession. 25 seconds left in the game. Now it comes out to the high slot. One-timer from the right wing. Save. Puck loose in front. The shot goes wide, and Tenorti's there to send it away. It's picked up at center ice by Justin Schultz. He'll hold at the line. The Capitals will keep it. And the buzzer sounds at TD Garden. And it's a completely dominant performance from the Washington Capitals. 8-1. The final score on a night that the Bruins will want to forget rather quickly. Well, that's the most goals the Bruins have conceded in a single game all season long. Next up for them will be Buffalo as the Washington Capitals continue to roll. They are first in the East Division. And overall, the impact of all of the players out for Boston was certainly felt tonight, really from the start. You had a feeling it was going to be a rough night after Washington scored their first 2 goals in the span of 16 seconds. So that will do it for my broadcast, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Samuel Reese signing off, saying so long. I'll probably be on tomorrow afternoon at some point for the Red Sox and